We're heading up to Seattle for PAX next weekend, and we want to meet you. We're going to be at the Dungeon Boss booth on the 6th floor on Friday and Saturday at 2 p.m. So come say hi, and then you can thank Big Fish Games by downloading Dungeon Boss right now at the link in the description. What is left to say? Gaming? It's over now. The well has dried up. Kids are back to school. Games that could have been great are now thrown into the trash heap because of broken promises. Maybe there's some light on the horizon. I mean, Battlefield 1 looks good. Hell, even that Call of Duty Zombies mode in the 80s looks kind of fun. But isn't that always the problem? The anticipation and hopes that a game will deliver on your hopes and dreams is the only good thing about gaming. How many times do we have to have our dreams broken before we just give the fuck up?
Here we go!
So let's jump aboard this freight train of disappointment today by saying, yes, we have some shit to say, some more shit to say about No Man's Sky, because there's no end to No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Again, but we're gonna show an incredible amount of restraint right off the bat and cover something else. Because you've already formed your opinion of No Man's Sky, and it sucks that we're still talking about it, but there's not a lot going on in the month of August as far as actual games that you can play and talk about it, so we're gonna take some shots at a game that probably even more people had high hopes for, which is now admitting that it might just straight up under-deliver on your hopes and dreams. Final Fantasy 15.
Not Final Fantasy.
No! Remember the good old days? No, not the 90s. Just this past January when the news articles like this one came out stating, Final Fantasy 15 has a true open world. That went and got everyone all excited about being able to explore this very rich fantasy world at their own pace, doing whatever they want, whenever they want to. Full immersion in the Final Fantasy universe? How amazing would that be? Back then, the game's director Hajime Tabata told GameSpot that, quote, the world is connected by continuous land. If those areas were disconnected, it would feel distant from reality. You'll find that you'll be able to walk or drive or take a train and travel through this world seamlessly. I feel you'll be able to experience something similar to a real trip.
Yeah, but are there spaceships? Can I go to another planet and collect dirt?
Yeah.
That's what I like in games, right? Well, anyway, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Incredible, even. What an amazing thing to behold. I'm sure that they will be able to deliver on all of their promises, just like every other game developer out there. I mean, the name Final Fantasy carries a very high, very exacting standard.
We can all agree on that.
Yeah. Well, fuck you, because apparently that was all a lie.
Yeah.
And the game will feature up to 50%. That's half, baby. 50% of that sweet, sweet linear on-rails gameplay that you love so damn much.
Finally.
So what the shit's going on? Is breaking promises just standard for the gaming industry now? Why not just be upfront and honest? It's a fucking snake oil industry. Don't trust anyone. Buy games a year late like I do. It's the only way to be sure.
You're sounding more right every day.
I played Arkham Knight for the first time last week. Finished it. Great game, but I waited. To make sure.
True. Either way, the announcement has been made, and all of your hopes are once again crushed. During an interview with Famitsu, Hajime Tabata had this to say. The entire game structure for Final Fantasy 15 consists of both open world and linear parts. The first half keeps going as an open world, but the story in the second half is led by a linear path. That way, you won't get bored of an open world as the rest of the game tightens. So we made it in a way that you'll also get to advance through it as you have in conventional Final Fantasy games. If you play through the first half and only the main route of the second half, I believe the estimated playtime sits at around 40 to 50 hours.
Yeah, that's pretty long.
But come on.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even live up to the spool rule of $1 for 1 hour of gameplay. Very few do, though, these days.
I know.
So what a ripoff. Also, not instilling the highest level of confidence by saying that if players only had an open world to explore, they would just end up getting bored in this game. I mean, there's numerous examples to refute that entirely.
Yeah.
Like Grand Theft Auto, which people are still playing fucking 10 years later or something like that. But anyway, with video game marketing these days, it's fucking weird and tough. Right, Sean Murray? And speaking of him and Hello Games, not only have they had to deal with the bad press of broken promises and vocal gamers, now they have the game's own analytics casting a bad light on it because as of this week, which is literally just 2 weeks after the game was released, its active users have plummeted 90% fucking %. I'll say that again, 90%. That is insane. That's worse than the drop-off of people going out to see Batman v Superman after its opening weekend. It's worse than, I don't even know. It's really bad.
It's really bad. The sales for the game also dropped 81% the week after release, but the numbers, which were posted by a Reddit user named Skunk, they're pretty damning. In 10 days, the number of concurrent players for No Man's Sky went from 157,000 concurrent to just 10,000.
Damn!
Damn!
Peanut butter and jam!
Peanut butter and jam!
Which, I'll be honest about this. If you think about this now, it actually works in Sean Murray and Hello Games' favor, because now you're definitely not going to see anyone. Problem solved. They fixed the multiplayer glitch by creating a game that had 0 replay value. Nicely done, guys. Guess you can go ahead and just cancel that free, paid DLC now.
Who can keep track of the lies and the truths anymore?
I know I can't.
But hey, if you thought the Gex species was really cute and you also play another gigantic failure of a game because you hate yourself, time to get excited. Step out of that bathtub and put that toaster away because they're adding free characters to Battleborn. Oh, good. And one of them looks like a big pink Gek alien strapped with a butt plug. Are you fucking hyped yet, kids?
Yeah.
Be happy. Well, just wait. That's not all. They're also giving you 5 new characters that you'll probably never touch because you're too busy trying to figure out the whole mystery Sombra character on Overwatch.
Overwatch. Hello Games.
Or Battleborn. If any game ever lived in the shadow of a better game, it's Battleborn, crawling desperately behind Overwatch. It's heartbreaking, actually.
Yeah, it's real sad. Don't worry, though. We have a few more broken promises to get to before this show is over. Starting with Russia.
Oh.
Now, if you live in Russia, things could probably be at least a little bit better.
What are you talking about? It's the best.
I mean, the country's national pastimes are drinking vodka,
Fun.
insurance fraud,
Lucrative.
and climbing really tall towers and then hanging off of them.
Exciting.
Probably while drunk on vodka. So I'm sure that when Microsoft and 343 had originally announced that not only would Russia be getting its own exclusive Halo game, but that game would be free to play, all you roided out bear huggers were probably losing your damn minds with excitement. Well, fuck you, because Microsoft just pulled the plug on the whole project and now it's fucking canceled.
Oh.
Somehow I feel like this is Trump's fault. Maybe like Paul Manafort was secretly working on this Halo Online thing and it was gonna get found out, so he like quit the campaign and shelved the project.
Yeah, something very shady is happening. They said that even though the game wouldn't be available in Russia, and that the beta is now closed, so they get nothing, it's not all bad, at least for them, because they said they learned a lot about delivering a great Halo experience to PC players. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, but let's bring it back stateside and to a game that me and dozens of other people right now still love.
Dozens.
The Division. There are dozens of us. Surely the Division won't continue to break our hearts, right? They've learned from their past mistakes, right? Elliot, don't do it. Don't break my heart. It's right here. Don't do it.
Go! Wrong, because the next 2 expansions for the game, which is already completely stale for most players, have just been delayed. Survival, which was supposed to be released next month and would maintain the schedule of major updates every month after release, has now been officially delayed until, well, we don't know yet.
Yeah.
They just said that it'd be later this year, but it'll have to be after October because the reason they shelved it to a later date is because they're apparently focusing on update 1.4, which is, yet again, supposed to fix all the known issues in the game, of which there are a lot.
Yeah, so this is bad for numerous reasons, and their player base, oh, it's just me, it's gonna suffer heavy losses. This update, and then finally the release of Survival, the update is gonna happen in October, but Survival will almost certainly happen during the worst time for an aging game to finally fix itself, the fall gaming season. It's gonna be instantly overshadowed by brand new games that everyone is playing online. It's already difficult to run a consistently good group, or even find a good group of people, or play with people that you've already met in the game now because people keep dropping like flies, and it's not gonna get any better. The shakeup also adjusts the release date of the 3rd expansion for the game, Last Stand, and now puts that somewhere in early 2017. They've got a real bad uphill battle on their hands, folks.
But one man knows more about uphill battles than anyone. Just imagine being 6'5" and 100 pounds,
Soaking wet.
in middle school, and you'll realize that what Shibby lacks in the ability to speak clearly, he gains in having thick skin. And now he's in charge of the fate of something far more important than schoolyard antics. He is solely responsible for whether or not a video game will fail or succeed. Give it to me, Shibby.
T.U.G.S.
This is so stupid.
Are you going hunting for cucks?
Going hunting for emails. Deus Ex Mankind Divided.
Wait, where's Shibby? I hear his voice, but I can't see him.
Shut up. Deus Ex Mankind Divided has been getting its dick sucked by every outlet, especially the streamies. But not here on T.U.G.S. We don't fall in that augmented D. Adam Jensen may be a badass covert operative, however, in his and Square Enix's attempts to augment my mother's credit card with day one DLC and microtransactions.
Microaggressions.
Whatever. For a single player only game have failed. It should be criminal that you gamers are still falling for these pre-order tactics and further tricked by single-use microtransactions when someone who is really enjoying the game will probably play through it a few different times because, you know, you can do stealth or action, whatever, doesn't matter. You know, you only get those microtransactions on one save file. It's fucked up. Unlike the controller-wielding droolers who are used to this heinous treatment, the PC master race, the beautiful of us, we deserve better. This PC port is not optimized well. It's smaller than its predecessor game, Human Evolution, and the story is lacking any meaningful character, just like this channel development, because it doesn't occur.
What?
It's just... I tried to throw a shot in there, it didn't work.
Yeah, you messed
I'll
up the
continue.
way you enunciated the rest of the sentence.
It's fine. Where's Hundar? I need to get beat.
He'll be back one day.
All right. He's out hunting. Whatever. It's all really unfortunate because the Deus Ex series was one of the few franchises that brought together decent shooting mechanics, interesting story, non-linear level design, I guess unlike Final Fantasy, and RPG skill progression. Unlike the paid reviews on IGN, T.U.G.S is for the gamers, by the gamers, and these new and exciting business practices of single-player, single-use day one microtransactions and single-pass DLC is a cancerous path. We need to put it to rest. 0 out of 10.
Good. Anyways, thanks, Shibby. You're always there for us when we need you to shit on a game. But you know where Shibby won't be? At PAX West next weekend. Woo! In Seattle, Washington, but we'll be there, and we want to meet you, unless you're a game developer that hates us. If you're going to PAX, come say hi to us at the Dungeon Boss booth. Great game. It's going to be on the 6th floor of the convention center. It's on Friday, September 2nd, Saturday, September 3rd at 2 p.m. We're going to be at the booth. We're going to have posters and other cool stuff for you, like just us being there. And yeah, we did try to bring Shibby, but he's too busy being an adult and moving that weekend.
Too big to squeeze into a suitcase.
Yeah, we can't hide him in the suitcase. What a loser. In the description below, as it said at the beginning of the video, you can download the game, download the mobile game, check it out. It helps us out. It helps us go to stuff like this. And if you're at PAX, we're going to see you there. It's going to be awesome.
And before we go, we have to at least leave this week on a positive note. We can be fair.
Yes.
There is some good coming out of the gaming community. Destiny fans, they officially raised over $500,000 for St. Jude Children's Hospital during a recent streaming marathon. So bravo, guys. You do deserve some praise for that.
Yeah,
Way to make a positive contribution to society and help kids in the process by especially playing a game that I didn't know anyone was still playing anymore. That's real sacrifice.
They have a very
So good job.
they have a good-sized, dedicated fan base in Destiny, and they're great people, as you can see.
Some.
Great people. Not Dunkas. That guy's an asshole. He would never give the kids anything.
No.
He's always taking things from the kids. Every time he sees a kid licking one of those giant lollies,
Where's your entrepreneurial spirit?
yeah, rips it out of his hand. Go work for your own lolly. Anyways, check out our other shows over here. We have a brand new episode of Weekly Weird News. What's it about?
Donald Trump, tiny dick.
Oh,
Alleged
good.
tiny dick.
Oh, again. And then we have another episode about how trigger warnings have been banned. The same way that Shibby wants to ban microaggressions or whatever.
Microtransactions.
Microtransgressions, great. And of course, since you love gaming so damn much, we had our good gaming pal Hutch on the podcast this week, and you better believe that he talked about Call of Duty.
Real gamer.
Yeah.
See you at PAX.
Bye.